This Halloween edition of the Take a Listing Today podcast contains unusually high levels of buffoonery. Please watch at your own risk.
Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our producer Lisa Gray gives you the strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Lisa!
Wait a minute. Did you get a promotion? What happened? What just happened here?
What happened to us?
No, it's my show, right?
We weren't even in there, were we?
Right. Well, what's happening here?
But that was great. That was no trick, or it was only a treat for me and the audience.
That was not a treat for anybody, I don't think.
Right. Now, how do we feel? What about our feelings?
Ooh, scary.
It is a little different today.
Yes.
For some reason, it seems like we are just, floating in the ether?
Do you think our heads are getting
today.
big from our egos because of the huge audience?
Not ours, because we were not announced before the show.
Right, exactly. Wait a minute, I figured out what the problem is here, Todd.
That's right.
We're just floating around. Amazing, half the office did not know who was singing this song.
Exactly.
Right?
We had different generations here, so...
Clearly, we have some generational gaps going on here.
Yes, we do.
Well, welcome to our spooky Halloween edition of the Take a Listing Today podcast, where apparently Todd and I are just visiting because now Lisa is in charge of everything.
We're guests today.
Wow.
Right.
I mean, we might as well just call a spade, right?
Right,
It
right.
really is my show.
Right.
Yes.
You're the guest.
Exactly.
Yes.
We just show up and do as we're told most of the time.
And you know what? We're probably going to get 10% of our pay because you only see 10% of us because
Right.
we only have heads at this point.
That's not good.
That is not good.
Wait until the Christmas show. They're in for... Oh, boy.
You couldn't buy a cup of coffee for that, could you?
Right. No.
All right. Well, we hope that you will enjoy today's spooky show because it's all about increasing your brand exposure and staying relevant by automating your marketing.
And there's nothing scary about that, although it did sound scary.
It sounded scary, but it's actually fine.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Pay no mind if we have any ghosts or bats or anything strange happening today.
A lot could happen today.
So in a market that's shifting, staying on your game is more important than ever. This is not the time to back down, pause, or reduce your exposure. During this shift, many agents will be backing off of their marketing and taking time to reassess. This allows more visibility for the agents that stay strong and present in their market.
And the reason I like that opener is the following. I'll have a conversation, I swear, the last 2 weeks. One day will be like, hey, I'm pausing my marketing. I'm scared. Indirectly, they're saying I'm paralyzed.
Right,
all this
right.
going on.
Are you really scared?
Now that's something to be scared about.
And then the very next day, I'll have a great conversation over the phone with the realtor that says, well, things have changed. I'm pushing my chips in. I need to market and get listings.
You know, you just made me think about something. Etsy, everybody knows Etsy, right?
Right.
The huge international site online that has multi-millions of people, artists, etc. selling, right?
Yep.
They all have their stores. Do you know I just read this the other day, if you pause your store because you're going to go on vacation for a few days or something like that, you literally get dropped down in the algorithm and you will have to fight for months to get your way back
To get
up.
exposure.
So I think as a real estate agent, I want you to think of your marketing is based on an algorithm. I know, just a minute ago I was drinking water and I was thinking, does it look like it's floating?
Is it floating?
It's the haunted script.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to keep their attention on
Things are
the
getting out of line a little bit.
That's right.
Okay. That's why you're the
But
producer.
yes,
Okay.
think of as a real estate agent, let's just pretend your marketing, your visibility, your
Right.
existence of your business, the foundation of it is based on an algorithm. All of the agents out there. And the second you disappear because you've decided to stop and reassess because the market is shifting,
Right.
or the budget's a little lower, or whatever the reason is. I'm going on vacation. I don't want to get calls. That would be the reason, I guess, a store on Etsy. I'm going on vacation. I don't want to get calls. In certain places online, maybe you can do that type of pause. On Etsy, you will be punished for it by the algorithm, and it will take quite a while to climb back up and become visible again.
Is that
Right?
Etsy algorithm like the mean witch?
I think it is
I would say many store owners probably feel that way. But yeah, I do want you to think about your business. I'm sorry, your business that way. Don't pause.
Exactly.
Because the second you are invisible, it is like your stock is plummeting, or your algorithm has attacked you in a bad
Or
way.
the neighbors might think you're out of business, right? All of a sudden you're marketing and then you hit pause on yours and they go, oh, Susie might have gone elsewhere.
I'm feeling invisible right now.
I can see part of you over here.
The prime part. Oh, it's there? No, it's gone.
Where did Jim go?
I'm feeling a little empty inside.
You know, I honestly think if I could see how it's going to look, I'd be laughing so
It's a
hard.
good thing we can't.
We'd be getting nothing done.
Right.
For those of you who haven't bothered to check out the YouTube version of this show, you should do it, because this would be the episode to do it in, because just listening to it in your car does not do this
No,
justice.
we're floating heads. Let's just put it that way.
This would be a great visual.
Well, Lisa is kind of opposite. Her body is doing something strange.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. Again, I would probably be laughing until I was crying if I could see
Exactly.
it.
She's rebelling. She's wearing shoes, and
Yeah,
different
so-
things.
You just
Whatever I am,
we have
I
floating
have
shoes.
Floating
Oh,
shoes.
hey!
I have feet.
Were those your Christmas presents? The Hey Dudes?
No, that's another pair I bought. But yes, we did
Oh.
get those for Christmas.
We did.
But
Do you think the floor is dirty?
no, I just did it because
Take us back on track here.
Okay. Going back on track now. Make sure that you are one of those agents. I don't even know what we were talking about now.
that stays present. That
branding
stays present.
Agent that stays present. All right. The easiest way to do this is with marketing automation. Shun, 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 shun.
And the difference is now, on a serious note, that 10, 15, 20 years ago, that did not exist, where agents now, if they look back, they have it so easy to say, watch, three things. Pick an area, automate it, and go.
Right.
Keep doing what you're doing, but don't get paralyzed there.
Right. Well, and I just did put together a marketing email recently where I was talking to our beautiful, lovely customers stating, okay, the holidays are coming. You're probably already getting that dread of all the things you have to do, not just in your personal life, but in your business life and with your clients and all this. And, how am I going to get it all done? Well, isn't this the perfect time for automation?
Right.
Heading into the holiday season, pick a campaign. We have over 40 to choose from, and set it and forget it. Now, that's one less thing. That's one thing off your list. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to stay in front of your customers and your prospects through the new year. You can take that off your list, that worry off your list.
I had that exact conversation yesterday. A young lady called up and she goes, boom, I want to get on board because I know what's happening. And I said, your timing is incredible. Just like I said, I'll have opposite conversations. I said, most agents wake up in January and say, oh my gosh, what should I do?
Right.
Well, you've already planted the tree. You're going to have October, November, December. So you're way ahead of them.
I can't even imagine doing that.
Right.
Thinking in January when things just explode out of the gate, you've got all those expireds happening.
Right.
All this stuff is happening. People are waking up and going, okay, I didn't want to sell in 2021. I want to sell in 2022. All of that is going on. They've been collecting real estate agent cards as they're getting them in the mail, right? They're ready to make their decision now. And you've been on holiday or, whatever, waiting till the first of the year.
Right, thinking, oh, they're not really into it. Well, there are agents that do not hit pause no matter what.
Absolutely. We see them. We see them as our customers.
Right, we do.
So we know it's true because we see it every day.
And those good real estate agents out there pays to have a easily recognizable name at their fingertips, coming up with a fresh, eye-catching content and sticking to a regular schedule of sending this content out is incredibly time-consuming. I don't know why I'm doing these hand gestures because nobody can see them.
Exactly.
Right.
The easiest way to maintain brand exposure and stay relevant is with an automated, recurring marketing.
Not only does it keep you... Does this work?
Floating pen now.
Floating pen? Ooh.
It's magic. Okay.
Not only does it keep you continuously visible to your market, but by automating, you're freeing up time
For more high-level tasks.
For more high-level tasks.
So that I help you.
Yes.
That was a
Should be
compound sentence.
It should be YOU apostrophe RE, I believe.
Okay, settle down over there, English teacher.
Right.
Look, I may only have my head, but it's got my brain in it, okay?
Laura has taught him well.
If you do this, does your brain disappear now?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, are you still there? Oh, wait. I can't tell.
I can't tell you. Well, all right. This is going to be one of our longer shows
We're getting
today.
strange looks from the producer. Time to move on, I guess.
We're having a lot of ADD issues. Okay.
Yes.
So plans fall apart. Ensure your marketing plan continues to be executed. How does the famous saying go? Even the best laid plans sometimes go wrong, but not if they're automated, they won't. Automating your marketing ensures you adhere to your long-term marketing strategies because you never miss sending out a campaign. Scheduling postcard campaigns to go out automatically at regular intervals allows you to focus on prospecting, handling listing appointments, and developing other business growth strategies.
And the reason I like that too, it gives people a better life simply. I mean, think about that. Anything you're going to do and become great at, whether it's wealth, you're going to get great and you're going to make building wealth a campaign. You might go to seminars, you might study, you might hire great people. If you're going to get your body in great condition, that has to be a campaign, right?
Right. Well, you know, and the more you study the masters, the more you read autobiographies and biographies on the greats that have lived and live now, what you will find is they definitely defer to the experts when they need to. If there's something, number one, if there's something they don't need to do that they can find someone to do for the right price, they will do it all day long. All day long. But then number two, of course, if they are not an expert in a field, they will not take the time to let a marketer, for instance. If you're not a marketing expert, what you do is you sell, you list. That's what you do for a living. Then you let the expert marketer do the marketing. So you grab their marketing materials, you use those, because why would you spend valuable time on something that somebody else has already figured out, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So that's what the masters do. They defer to the professionals in a field that they're not the professional and the expert, and they save time wherever they can. Remember the 4-Hour Work Week, the famous Tim Ferriss book? That was all about the idea of if you keep the tasks that you need to have and you defer everything else or you remove everything else and set it with other individuals, whether they're virtual or whatever is going on, you will become truly a master yourself, because what will be left are the high-level tasks that need to be under your purview.
And the other thing that you're going to have is the competitive edge, because that's what scheduled postcard campaigns does for you. Regardless of the current market shift, home buyers and home owners will continue to look to trade up or relocate, and they'll be reaching out to agents to help them take that plunge. With an ongoing scheduled postcard campaign, you ensure your name is front and center with your target market when they are ready to strike.
And if I remember, we did a whole show on this about 6 or 9 months ago, and you did it. And what was the time frame you were able to do a 1 or 2 year campaign?
It's 37 seconds, remember?
Right, okay, 37 seconds.
And that doesn't matter if it's a 3-month, a 6-month campaign, a 12-month, a 24-month. Some people have these going out 5 years. I see them in the system.
That's incredible.
5 years that they've got a campaign scheduled out that they said, I don't have to deal with this now. I will be doing other things. This is something I know I need to do. Let's get it done and out of the way. And what they know is if I add to that prospect list or I remove someone from that prospect list, it will change on the fly. So I don't have to worry about my upcoming mailings that are happening 6 months from now or whatever. That mailing list will continue. It's like a living, breathing thing. It will be changed on the fly by the system when they make changes.
And speaking of great books, any great book that we read, it talks about the best in the world do that. They find what are they great at, and they're going to put their chips in there, and they're going to surround themselves with a team to help them do other things.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Never let up.
All right. So some ideas on automated campaigns. What about the Fence Sitter postcard campaign? That is available through our friends at ProspectsPLUS.com. It's designed with the ideal message that speaks to their looming concerns and calms their fears.
Ooh. The Fence Sitter campaign. That's got to hurt, huh?
If you're sitting on the fence, yes, it'll hurt.
That's why you want to help them get it.
I got to...
Oh, you're getting the bell.
The haunted bells of Gotham City. Where is it coming from?
I don't know.
And
Well, that's over.
back to the
Okay.
show.
So the smart marketing money is going to be on automation. There are some stats that Lisa, our producer, who is famous for being the producer and also famous for stats, has come up with.
But where am I more famous?
Right. We don't know yet.
According to the Lens Cold Group, 78% of marketers reported that marketing automation increased revenue. 75% of brands saw a return on investment within 12 months as a result of using automated marketing campaigns. That's a Focus Research study, not just something that Lisa made up.
And really, as you're listening right now as the agent thinking automated postcard campaigns, boom, boom, boom. The whole magic of that is that stay out there, because when the time hits and they're going to pause, they're going to go back on, and you're not going to, and they're going to look at that and go, wow, okay, we've talked about it. And people are going to say, wow, if he or she is marketing at that level, imagine if I gave them my listing.
Right,
what are they going
right.
to do? Perception
Right.
becomes reality.
I mean, that's the thought. I'm a consumer. We're all consumers,
Right.
right? When I receive things like that in the mail, I don't care what they're selling. That's my thought right away. It's the person who keeps showing up like that. I'm like, man, these people are serious.
Right, right.
So, of course, an agent that keeps showing up like that, that's your thought right away. I have this number one investment in my life that should serve me not just now, but in my retirement years, all the way, maybe a piece of that pie will be handed down to my children. This is the largest investment I have as a home, owning a home. I want the best person possible to be involved in selling that. So I see somebody who's showing up in my mailbox again and again, and right away it tells me something about them.
They're not going anywhere. They're going to be around for a while.
And they're going to sell me my home in that same
Right, they're in that same manner. They're going to market you.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Somebody else that's been around for a while is ProspectsPLUS.com. They've been around since 1972. Who knew websites were around back then? Not really. Not 72. But anyway, they've been around for a long time.
That might be a trivia question in the future.
The crowd goes mild here. Okay.
Oh, he called the button on
Distraction, quick.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Prospects Plus offers over 40 scheduled campaigns for niches, including SOI, just sold follow-ups, holiday, farm, absentee owner, renters, expireds, FISBOs, investors, recruiting, and those pesky haunted houses.
And there are some. Do people have to disclose that? Because some people believe in
It
it.
varies
some
by
not.
state, yes.
Yeah, varies by
Disclosure
state.
laws. Yes, exactly.
Please see your local board of realtors for the correct answer on that one.
It only takes seconds to launch a campaign, and you can change it your list. What? You can change it your list or postcard?
You can change your list or postcard. You're good, yeah.
Up until the night before it goes out, I'll just
You know how
settle
she tries
down
to throw
over
you
there.
off. You know how she does that.
There's no Betty Rubble in there. I've just said the word.
All right.
You can change your list. I believe I was using the noun it, and then I decided I wanted to refer to it before I used the
And we've had a lot of
Because
people.
that's how the way people speak. Okay.
Right. We've had a lot of people on our shows that we've called who have been doing these campaigns. What I like about these, I call it surgical prospecting.
Yeah.
Like a person can now take a sandbox. Here's my piece of geography. I'm going to market to everybody. But now within there, I'm going to go after those high-income renters. I love that. Or I'm going to go after it's so great how granular we can get. And, and what do we say in our Tuesday meetings? The right marketing piece for the right person at the right time.
Remember Sylvia on our show last week, she talked about having two different campaigns going on and two different farms. She had two farms,
that's
not just
right.
one farm too. And they were at different price points, the farm. So one was higher end luxury.
Good points.
One was more maybe middle income. And so those were niches for her.
She was on
And
fire.
She was shooting at those niches with marketing that was a little different. But again, campaigns for those.
Right.
So we find many of our agents have multiple campaigns because they're hitting different niches.
brilliant.
They're surgically prospecting, as you
Yep.
say. This thing is getting hot. Am I on fire?
That's
Do
what
you have
happens
my
when
body
on
on
Halloween
fire
when you're
right now?
trick-or-treating, right?
Are you not used to wearing a full body suit spandex? Okay.
Over my jeans and shirt.
I thought you went after work and worked out like that. No.
Well,
might. Maybe
that's
I'll
why
do that
Todd and I just went down to bare bones. I thought that's what we were supposed to do with these things.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay, we didn't get the memo.
Did you zip up the back? Because if not, please walk away from me.
It's going to fall down as soon as we stand up. So, oops.
Don't move.
So the cameras turn off before that. All right.
Help me, someone, anyone watching at home.
Did you
Help me.
Did you know? I can't believe this. Some marketing companies charge you for the entire marketing campaign right up front. Well, ProspectsPLUS.com only charges you for your current month's mailing right before your postcards are mailed. That is a great
It's
deal.
much more fair, exactly, and they can change things up.
Now,
Well, and that allows you, that's so low risk, because I think myself, if I were an agent and I was looking at really scheduling a 2-year campaign, right? Because I want to set it and forget it, but I know that I have to pay for it all at once. And then I'm thinking, okay, so things happen down the road. What if something happens? I change careers. What if this? What if that? And we know how hard it can be to get money back when we're in these long-term type contracts. So it would be probably a little prohibitive, meaning I don't know that I would do that type of deal, but knowing that I only have to pay for the month that's going out. So that means when I book the campaign, the 2-year campaign, or however long it is, 1 year, whatever it is, I'm paying for that first postcard series to go out.
Right, and our objective there is to make it friction-free, as we've talked about.
For the client, once they go on, to make it very easy and to let them do as much they want to do. So now they can do what they're best at, and they have these. It's what the greats do. It's making money when you're sleeping. If you have campaigns working, if you're sick, guess what? Your campaign's still working.
And knowing that it's no risk, meaning 4 months in, if you all of a sudden realize, you know what, I do have to stop this campaign now, you just cancel it.
Yeah.
So you've gone out for 4 months, you've been in front of people for 4 months, you've only paid for the 4 months of postcards that have gone out. You have nothing sitting out there, no money sitting out there you have to worry about. You cancel it and
or the other
start
person
again later.
who goes 6 months, gets 3 listings, decide I'm going to put 2 or 3 more campaigns in place.
Yeah, and that's what we see more often.
Right,
Or people
right.
with multiple campaigns. It's unbelievable how
It
often
really
I
is.
see that.
And it's so smart.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you have all that done. Now you can go to work and just be you, and all these things
And
are
these
working.
calls just are coming in.
Right.
I mean, really, you're getting inbound calls all the time. You know?
now, some of you out there may not know how to schedule a campaign. If you don't know, Lisa, the new producer and the only one during the introduction to the show,
Apparently, we're not mentioned anymore.
put in the notes how to order a campaign. And I'm told it will not be scary.
Can you do this without scaring us?
Oh, that was like a compilation of all the scary sounds together.
That was all the buttons at once. Yes.
I liked it. That was really good. Yes, look in the show notes. You'll see a schedule campaign link there. Click the link and go over and you can learn all about the campaigns, take a look at the different campaigns and check it out. And of course, you can always call support if you have questions or need help. Oh my God.
Oh, fun time. Fun time.
It's floating postcards.
It's floating to the other side of the table. Where are they now?
Oh my gosh.
Today, the possible lucky winner. Put your hands together. This could be the... Okay.
I'm getting scared for Christmas. What's going to happen then? I'm scared now.
Okay.
Maybe
I can't pull these apart. See if there's one or
Did you
three.
try and lift that pumpkin up and see if it floats?
Yes.
Is it
When you were
floating?
talking, I was doing floating pumpkin. And I didn't really know if they could see it or not.
it is actually hard to do with this stuff on.
I think they think that there's gas like coming into the studio, and that's why we act
We're all
so
goofy.
weird.
That's why
We
they
have a
tune
gas
in.
leak.
We are right about the parking garage, so maybe that's why.
You know what?
Getting some exhaust
We didn't
fumes up
factor
here.
that in, right?
I think that might have something to do with it. Which one would you like? There were 2 there.
Oh, this one here.
This one
Yes.
here. All right. So this is foreclosure don'ts. Okay, that sounds like a happy subject there. And all right, Remax up in Maplewood, New Jersey. Would you like to dial us up, Lisa? Can you do that with your fat little fingers there?
I'm gonna try.
So I wonder if he's dealing with a lot of that in his market.
Okay.
Go ahead.
973 381 8908. Seems like the phone has an echo in it too. That's a little weird.
I know. That was like haunted.
Maybe that's for our
Yes.
Halloween show. It's a little haunted. I don't know how to say these names here. Can you help me out with that?
Right.
Yes.
They're-
We know how well that goes.
yeah, that's not going to go good.
Hello, Silvio.
Silvio, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Who's calling?
We are calling you, Todd, Lisa, and Jim from the Take a Listing Today podcast with Prospects Plus. Are you familiar with them?
I'm not super familiar. No, please enlighten me.
You guys sent out a postcard. You and Turlian sent out a 4 steps, which is incredible. So we just wanted to congratulate you, ask you a couple questions about your postcard campaign, and give you a chance to win $100 on anything on Prospects Plus website and some swag from the show. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
So tell us about this. This is cool. It's unique. Are you guys dealing with a lot of this in your area right now?
Well, we were niching down, so we've identified this area that we wanted to target, and we want to bring value to people that are, going through foreclosure or possibly facing foreclosure.
Right.
And we do believe that it is going to start to be occurring more. There will be more foreclosures on the market. So yeah, we think this is a trend that's going to start picking up, and we wanted to, position ourselves to, help people.
It's a great idea. Did you use a list that was targeted towards people who might be heading that way, or did you use just a general mailing list for this?
No, a targeted list.
Okay.
Well done. Nice.
You have
Wonderful.
a nice large QR code on the back. Do you find that a good amount of people are using that to get to your site?
I don't have enough data on that just yet. But my hope is that people will use it, and then as this campaign, continues, we will start to, evaluate that. Yeah. I've used QR codes in the past. They weren't successful, but I think it's because they were not tied to a significant value add for the recipient.
Yep, you're right.
So I think now this is that it's a little different now because, the resource there on that code is a list of additional links to resources for them. And I think, coupled with the message on the postcard, I think people will utilize, the QR code more.
Well, and I like the white space around it, that negative space around it, because really you have not a lot of options on the back of that postcard. You've got one main option, and that's to scan that code. So I think that you may find just a higher response rate because there's one thing to do there, and that is to just scan the code and check it out, and it's nice and large. So I love it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we also wanted to keep the branding and the marketing aspect, to a minimum. We really wanted the value of the content to be front and center. Yep. We didn't want to fill up the white space just with, random information about us. Right. We wanted to keep it relevant to the recipients. Yeah. Yep.
Now, are you guys doing this monthly? Are you set up on some kind of campaign, or what are you guys doing on this strategy?
Well, we would love to set it up on a campaign, but unfortunately, Prospects Plus doesn't allow us to do custom campaigns, or at least not through the website interface. So we're doing it manually. This is actually the first mail piece. So we're collecting we're collecting leads every Monday. That had received Liz pendants or foreclosure filings from the previous week. And so that mailer is going out immediately. That's touch number 1. We have a couple of other mail pieces that we're currently drafting that are similar. One is called 6 Ways to Avoid Foreclosure. The other is a foreclosure timeline, so they know, when to expect certain things to occur. Those mailers are going to go out. We're going to do one at 3 weeks and then one at 5 weeks. In between, we're doing door knocking. We're following up with phone calls. And for anyone that we have a valid email, they're also getting email drips with the same content to their email.
Wow.
You guys are going all in on this. That's tremendous.
That's incredible.
Yeah, all in.
Glad we got you on the phone, because that's going to inspire some agents out there. They're thinking, well, because we just talked about this during our show today. Some agents are paralyzed out there, and they're pulling back on their marketing. And then we see other people pushing their chips all in, saying, you know what? Boom. There's going to be listings. There's going to be things like this show up in the market, right?
Yeah.
So well done. Very well.
Yeah, we're pivoting and adapting. Absolutely. And trying to, increase market share if we can.
Yeah. That's great. Todd, what do you think? Should we give Silvio a little chance to win a gift card from ProspectsPlus.com so they can pivot and adapt even more?
Totally. Now, we have to be totally fair with you. These questions are not real estate related.
They're weird.
Yeah, as the producer said, they're weird. But you've been great. Keep up the great work. We're here if you need us. Jim's going to read you a question with 3 answers. And
it happens to be, Silvio, our Halloween show today. Mm-hmm. So all the questions today have a Halloween or a spooky reference to them.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for
Okay,
your
I'm
question?
ready. I'm ready.
Okay, I hope he wins. It's going to be $100 worth Prospects Plus and then some swag from the show. It's incredible.
I have the floating question in my hand right now.
Be good to him. Be good to him. And the question is,
Silvio, here's your question. Stephen King's book, The Shining, is based on his visit to what hotel? Was it A, the Pfister Hotel, B, the Sagamore Hotel, or C, the Stanley Hotel?
that was a scary movie.
I'm gonna say
That was a scary movie.
I'm gonna go with C, Stanley Hotel.
Going for the Stanley Hotel.
Be good to him.
All right, show me Stanley Hotel. That is correct. Congratulations.
Woo!
First try. Todd, what does Silvio win today?
You won a $100 gift card from anything on Prospects Plus websites. You won some swag from our Take a Listing Today podcast and a signed copy of the book, which I have a feeling you already are a listing legend. And the book is called Become a Listing Legend. So thank you for picking up and being on our show. Oh, and how can people find you and what city are you to send referrals?
Yeah, we are in northeastern New Jersey. We operate at Union, Essex, Monmouth, Ocean, and Middlesex counties. You could find me. The best place to find me is on my Facebook and on my Instagram. Very active on Instagram. My handle is Silvio.lav, Silvio.lab. So
LAV,
you can
awesome.
find me there. Check out my reels. Check out my content. Please like and subscribe.
Awesome.
Oh, doing a great
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you, Silvio.
Have a great one.
Have a
Thank
great
you, guys.
day,
Thank you so
Silvio.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
All right. Well, he's got a real good plan there. I mean, he's not going at it like
No kidding.
a little bit. He's going all in, huh? What just happened over there, Lisa? You keep you're falling apart over there.
See what happens.
You know what
There's
was
a
funny
green
about
screen
this?
And my hand is out. Let's see how creative.
You know what's funny about that card is that he goes, no, I don't remember sending this out. So his buddy must be in charge of the marketing
Right.
that's on the card.
Man, they have a lot going on. Or he could have an assistant
Isn't that
doing a lot of
interesting?
that.
Like, we're
Because
not
they were
seeing
all
that.
over the place.
Oh,
Here, let's
Thank you
see
for
what
joining
happens.
us. Oh, now Lisa is completely gone. Wait, where's the applause?
applause meter.
That's not right.
We hope you've enjoyed the Halloween show. We look forward to all the other. Okay, Lisa's now gone.
Oh, she's done. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully, we can find our bodies for next week and have a good fright.
Spectacular. Have a spectacular evening.
Spooktacular.
Ain't got nobody.